Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee and today I am going to talk to you about Wisconsin Battle of the Books. I work in a middle school library and our curriculum director talked with me about coaching a Battle of the Books group for 6th graders. So myself and a coworker slash best friend, we are both coaching 2 6th grade groups. So we have 4 kids on each team. One person on each team will be an alternate. So if one of the main 3 gets sick, we have somebody to step in to cover. We will be traveling May 2nd, it'll be during school, up to a CISA 12 location. And we will be competing against, I think there are 6 other schools, to see who can win the Battle of the Books. So I thought it would be fun to make a couple of YouTube videos and talk to you about the books that we are reading for Battle of the Books. There are 20 books total, and we were given the list. It was in September, and then it was kind of last minute, so I kind of shuffled to touch base with 6th grade language arts teachers to see who their go-to readers were that students might want to participate in this Battle of the Books challenge. And we got the team together and we've been reading. Some are a little quicker than others, but that's okay because we do 2 meetings a week and we've been really working on knowing the titles with the authors, because I'm not sure if your Battle of the Books, wherever you live, works this way, but the lady in charge of it told me that basically they'll bring a detail from a book to the group, and it'd be like, in which book does da 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 da. So every time you answer, it's going to be the title and the author of the book. So we've been really trying to get the kids to know the titles and the authors, because you get so many points if you just know the title, but you get more if you know both. So we really want them to know that. And so on the team of 3, there is a captain of the team, and the captain is the only one that can give the answer to the judges. So they have, I think it's like 20 seconds to talk amongst themselves, and then the captain and only the captain can say their answer. So the kids are excited. We are making some t-shirts. Our school colors are black and gold. So a couple kids are creating logos, and then we're gonna have the art teacher make shirts for each team. So one team will be in gold shirts with black, and then the other team will be black shirts with gold. So they're pretty excited about that. So since there's 20 books, I wanted to do 5 books at a time and just introduce you to the books. And then maybe when I am all done reading all the books, I'll pop back on here and give you my reviews on the book. So the first book I am going to introduce to you is The Elephant in the Room by Holly Goldberg Sloan. This cover is just beautiful. A couple of students that have finished this have really liked it. So it's been almost a year since, I don't know if it's pronounced Scylla or Scylla, mother traveled halfway around the world to Turkey hoping to secure the immigration paperwork that would allow her to return to her family in the United States. And the long separation is almost impossible for Scylla to withstand, but things change when she accompanies her father, who is a mechanic, outside their Oregon town to fix a truck. there, behind an enormous stone wall, she meets a grandfatherly man who had won the state lottery just months before. Their new alliance leads to the rescue of a circus elephant named Veda, and then to a friendship with an unusual boy named Mateo, providing that comfort and hope come in the most unlikely of places. I have not read this book, but it is on my next couple of books to read. So, the first book, The Elephant in the Room by Holly Goldberg Sloan. The next book is Mr. Lemoncello's Library Olympics by Chris Grabenstein. I found it kind of odd that the state, because this is book 2 in the series of Mr. Lemoncello. I don't know why they would have book 2. I haven't read it yet, so I'm hoping it's not too confusing, but I know quite a bit of the kiddos have read book 1, so it may be just fine. But, so, Mr. Lemoncello's Library Olympics. Welcome, boys and girls, readers of all ages, to the first ever Library Olympiad. Kyle and his teammates are back, and the world-famous game maker Luigi Limoncello is at it again. This time, Mr. Limoncello has invited teams from all across America to compete in the first ever Library Olympics. Will it be fun? Like the commercials say, hello? It's a limoncello, but something suspicious is going on. Books are missing from Mr. Lemoncello's library. Is someone trying to censor what the kids are reading? In between figuring out mind-boggling challenges, the kids will have to band together to get to the bottom of this mystery. Now, it's not just a game. Can Mr. Lemoncello find the real defenders of books and champions of libraries? So Mr. Lemoncello's Library Olympics, book 2 in the series by Chris Grabenstein. So I am reading the little synopsis off of Goodreads, just so that I'm not like this the whole time. Sorry for previous ones. I should start doing this each time because I am not good with summarizing books unless they really, maybe if they're a 5-star for me, I might be able to, but I get choked up on my thoughts and words and it just doesn't come out right. So I just felt it would be easier to read the synopsis. Okay, so the next book is Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt. This author also wrote One for the Murphys, of which people rave about. People rave about this book. I haven't read either of them, so I'm really excited. This is a popular one that she has written. So it says, everybody is smart in different ways, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its life believing it is stupid. Allie has been smart enough to fool a lot of smart people. Every time she lands in a new school, she is able to hide her inability to read by creating clever yet disruptive distractions. She is afraid to ask for help. After all, how can you cure dumb? However, her newest teacher, Mr. Daniels, sees the bright, creative kid underneath the troublemaker. With his help, Allie learns not to be so hard on herself and that dyslexia is nothing to be ashamed of. As her confidence grows, Allie feels free to be herself, and the world starts opening up with possibilities. She discovers that there's a lot more to her and to everyone than a label, and that great minds don't always think alike. So this is great for students to kind of understand standing out a little bit, maybe not being the best student in school, but everybody has a great aspect to themselves, and to embrace it and overcome those challenges. And yeah, so Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt. The next book is Space Case by Stuart Gibbs. This is the author of Fun Jungle and Spy School. This is book 1, so thank you, Battle of the Books of Wisconsin. So it says that it's a murder mystery. I wonder if that's true. Okay. Like his fellow Lunarnauts, otherwise known as Moonies, living on Moon Base Alpha, 12-year-old Dashiell Gibson, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, is famous the world over for being one of the first humans to live on the moon. And he's bored out of his mind. Kids aren't allowed on the lunar surface, meaning they're trapped inside the tiny moon base with next to nothing to occupy their time. That sounds boring. And the only other kid, Dash's age, spends all his time hooked into virtual reality games. Then Moonbase Alpha's top scientist turns up dead. It is a murder mystery. Dash senses there's foul play afoot, but no one believes him. Everyone agrees Dr. Holtz went onto the lunar surface without his helmet properly affixed. Simple as that. But Dr. Holtz was on the verge of an important new discovery. Dash finds out, and it's a secret that could change everything for the Moonies. A secret someone just might kill to keep. That sounds really good. I have not read this one yet. Some of the kids have. I can't remember if my co-coach has read this. Gunn, if you're watching this video, comment if you have read any of these. I can't remember and I don't have my cheat sheet. Okay. The last book is As Brave as You by Jason Reynolds. I have not read some of his most famous books. I have started this. I'm not very far. I've kind of been on like a reading slump and I need to kick my butt because I still have quite a bit that I need to read before the Battle of the Books. And so, anyways, this book, it says, when two brothers decide to prove how brave they are, everything backfires, literally. Jeannie's summer is full of surprises. The first is that he and his big brother, Ernie, are leaving Brooklyn for the very first time to spend the summer with their grandparents. All the way in Virginia. In the country, exclamation mark. The second surprise comes when Jeannie figures out that their grandfather is blind. Thunderstruck and being a curious kid, Jeannie peppers Grandpop with questions about how he covers it so well, besides wearing way cool Ray-Bans. How does he match his clothes? Nowhere to walk. Cook with a gas stove. Pour a glass of sweet tea without spilling it. Jeannie thinks Grandpop must be the bravest guy he's ever known. But he starts to notice that his grandfather never leaves the house. As in, never. And when he finds the secret room that Grandpop is always disappearing into, a room so full of songbirds and plants, and it's almost as if it's been pulled inside out. He begins to wonder if his grandfather is really as brave after all. Then Ernie lets him down in the bravery department. It's his 14th birthday, and Grandpop says to become a man, you have to learn how to shoot a gun. Jeannie thinks it's awesome until he realizes Ernie has no interest in learning how to shoot. None. Nada. Dumbfounded by Ernie's reluctance, Jeannie is left to wonder, is bravery and becoming a man only about proving something? Or is it just as important to own up to what you won't do? That sounds really good to put a spin on what it means to be a man. So As Brave as You by Jason Reynolds. It is a little bigger of a book, so I know our kiddos are a little intimidated by that, but from the sounds of the content, I think it should be a pretty fun read, a good plot. I can't wait to read it. Like I said, I just started it. So our school actually had a snow day today. Today is Thursday, January 19th. And so I'm going to use some of today's minutes to do some pretty good reading. So hopefully I can get a ways into it. So, okay, so that's going to conclude the first video of the 20 Battle of the Books. So there will be a couple more videos to go through all 20 of the books. And so I hope you enjoyed this. I wonder if any of you have read these books. Please leave a comment down below on what you read and what you thought of it. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.